Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is your teacher, Ms. Mariam Kaisar. Hope you all are doing good and staying safe. Students, since now we have done so far as the Pythagoras theorem, the application of Pythagoras theorem, and the techniques to solve the word problems of the Pythagoras theorem. Now we will be having a new topic related to the Pythagoras theorem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything in pairs. So what do you think? The pairs are only in the living things, or that can be also applied in mathematics as well? You may wonder how, but there is a pair of the Pythagoras theorem which is called as the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Before moving towards the converse of Pythagoras theorem, let's recall the Pythagoras theorem. In a Pythagoras theorem, we are presented with a right angle triangle in which the side opposite to the largest angle, which is 90 is the longest side, and the longest side of a right angle triangle is called as the hypotenuse. The other two sides of a right angle triangle are referred to as the base and the perpendicular. And by means of Pythagoras theorem, we have studied that the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of the other two sides which are perpendicular and base. We are given with a right angle triangle and we find any of the missing side, be it the hypotenuse, be it the perpendicular, be it the base, with the help of just this single formula. Alright, just we need to know that which side is the hypotenuse one and the other two sides we'll consider as the perpendicular and the base. But in converse of Pythagoras theorem, we are not given, we are not provided with the right angle triangle like this. Okay, we are provided with the measurements of the three sides of the right angle triangle, and we need to tell that if the given triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Alright, so how can we prove that? We will prove that first of all by selecting the largest side of the triangle, and we will consider that as the hypotenuse. We will take the square of the hypotenuse and compare the result of the hypotenuse with the result of the addition of the perpendicular square and the base square. We'll see that if both of the results are equal, it will prove that the side which is the longest side is actually opposite to the largest angle, which is 90 and this will prove the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. So over here, here's an example. Basically, the triangle is not given. Just the question is given that determine if the triangle is a right angle triangle or not. The three sides of the triangle are given in a triangle ABC. AB is equals to 39 centimeter, BC is equals to 15 centimeter, and AC is equals to 36 centimeter. Now first thing we have to notice that which one is the longest side of this triangle. Okay, out of 15, 36 and 39, we can easily determine that 39 is the largest side. So we'll consider the hypotenuse as 39 centimeters. According to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So if I am considering hypotenuse as 39 centimeter, which is actually the side AB, I'll consider BC as the base, and the third side AC as the perpendicular. I am not drawing the right angle triangle because up till now I don't know that this triangle is a right angle triangle or not. I have to prove it by using the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So hypotenuse, the value of the hypotenuse is 39 centimeter. So 39 square. First thing what I need to know is the square of the hypotenuse. So 39 square, 39 multiplied with 39 will give me the answer 1521. Centimeter is the unit, so I'll write centimeter over here as well. So this is the hypotenuse. Now, I I need to find this right hand side, base square plus perpendicular square. The value of the base we have considered as BC, which is equals to 15 centimeter, and perpendicular is equals to 36 centimeter. So base square plus perpendicular square. Putting the values of the base and perpendicular, 15 square plus 36 square. 15 square is 225 and the square of 36 is 1296. If I add these two numbers together, I'll get the answer 1521 centimeter. Okay, so you can see that this answer, which is the answer of the sum of the base square and perpendicular square, is equal to our previous answer, which was the square of the hypotenuse, and it proves that hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of the base and the perpendicular, which means that the given triangle is a right angle triangle. This is actually the method which we use for the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Alright, so at the end you can write that the triangle given is a right angle triangle. And if they ask you about the reason, you can easily tell the reason about that the triangle is a right angle triangle because the longest side we have considered as the hypotenuse. The square of the hypotenuse is actually equals to the square of the bases and the perpendicular, which fulfills the definition of a right angle triangle, and it proves the Pythagoras theorem as well. So inshallah, in our next classes we will be doing some more examples of the converse of Pythagoras theorem. I have given you worksheet number 3 based upon the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Just go through the worksheet, and if you have any of the questions, be prepared for that. We will be solving each and every question in our next classes, and I'll give you some more questions as well related to the topic of the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So hope that you have understand the basic concept of the converse of Pythagoras theorem. We will be inshallah discussing it in detail in our next classes that will be online. Okay, Jazakallah khair.